Yo, what's up guys, Chef T-Ball back in the kitchen once again. Some people say that I'm like a master baker. I go out the door, walk down the street, they're all shouting, "Master Baker!" They're all shouting. So it sounds a bit like bank. I don't know what it is they're saying, but it's got to be good, right? It's true facts. I was going to be the next host on Great British Bake Off, but I had to turn it down, you know, I've been busy. Right, now we've got all the stupidity out of the way. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on the notification bell, and be notified every time I upload. Guys, we're making shortbread today, so let's get into it. Oh, just about to stop recording. What did we forget? What did we do at Chef T-Ball? Step one, baby. Del Moretti, let's go. All right guys, let's get into the cooking side of things. So this here is 250 grams of unsalted butter. It is at room temperature, which is exactly what you want. I just shot my finger in the drawer. That was a great start. So I've then calculated the recipe for the right amount of flour and sugar to use with 250 grams of butter, so I don't have to waste any of this butter. So this has been left out. It's now at room temperature. But what I'm going to do is just chop it up into smaller pieces and stick it in the mixing bowl. Here we go. So I'm going to chop it smaller pieces. I've got a mixing bowl to the left of me. It's just going straight in there. And that way it just makes it a little easier to mix in with the flour, or rub together with the flour. Chop it up, chop it up. So yeah, I did a couple episodes, you might have seen them already. If not, I'll put a card above and a link in the description to the previous simple recipe videos. This is going in with that because it is literally, it's so easy. It's such an easy biscuit to do. I've just remembered as well, I'm chopping up this butter, but what I should have done first, after step one, you're having a drink, is you turn your oven on, preheat it to 190 degrees. Because you want that nice and warm for when your mixture is ready. Anytime you're baking, doing anything like that, you want to make sure your oven's preheated. That's the butter chopped, nice. Now we'll cut back to you guys, we're going to weigh out some flour. Okay, now we've got our digital scales. Before we do the flour, sorry, you want to do your sugar because that's got to be mixed in with the butter. So I'm going to put this bowl on, I'm going to tear it to 0. We want 110 grams of caster sugar. Let's pop that in. It's 111, well, we'll take it. We'll have an extra gram of sugar, hey? Why not? So that's going to go in with the butter. Put that to one side. And now we've got to mix all this together till it becomes like a nice smooth paste. Hence why you want your butter at room temperature. This is going to take a little work, but we'll just keep at it. I'm going to speed the footage up now, guys. Okay, as you can see, a nice paste. The butter and sugar has all come together lovely. So we're just going to scrape the excess off this spoon. That was thirsty work, so you know what we've got to do. Move that to one side. That's what we got to do. Nice little sip. Going to just wash off my hand. So next step, we're going to want to add 360 grams of plain white flour. So if I put this on, I'm sorry, the bowl's in the way at the moment. Put that on. If I tear that on there, that goes to 0. We can now sieve in. I like to sieve it so you can work it through the mixture better. So 360 grams of white flour. Now I'm just going to readjust the camera so you can see how I work the flour and that into the mixture. Okay, we lifted you up. You can now see inside the bowl a bit. I'm going to remove the scales. Don't need those anymore. Another quick sip of the beer. And I like to get my hands in. You just want to keep working it, rubbing it all together. And this will eventually all bind together and become like a nice dough that you can roll out. And the thing is, once it's all together, you don't want to be overworking it. That will make your biscuits a little tough instead of that nice crumbly, beautiful biscuit that we're after. So this is coming together nicely. There's one thing, I like to be a clean cook. Clean as I go and all that, but baking, anytime there's flour on the scene, oh my god. It looks like Pablo Escobar's been around, just like powder everywhere. You'll see how this is coming together beautifully. Not to work it too much. Just want to scrape some of these bits off the sides of the bowl and try and get that nicely mixed in. So there we have our beautiful, beautiful dough. Do you call it dough? Yeah, cookie dough, like biscuit dough. I don't know. That's what I'm calling it. That's what we got. So as you can see, that's all come together nicely. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put this in a little bit of cling film. I'm going to set it in the fridge for about 15 minutes just to chill out a little bit, and then we can flour the work surface and get to rolling it. So I'm just going to wrap this up, guys. A little bit of cling film. Got 15 minutes. The oven? What's a oven? The oven is preheated and ready to go. So we just got 15 minutes to chill. We can have a tidy up, clean down the work surfaces. I'm ready to dust them in flour in a second. But yeah, that's what we can do. We can have another beer. You know, we like to get a couple of beers down. That's what we're cooking and baking. So that's all done. Look, that's just going to go in the fridge now to rest for 15 minutes. You don't have to do that, but it's something I like to do. I think the dough is a little bit more better to work with once it's chilled. So we're going to do that, and I'll cut to you guys when we're ready to roll it out and cut this into the biscuit shapes. Let's go. Okay guys, so if you've made it this far into the video, first of all, thank you very much. You haven't clicked off, appreciate that. So you might have spotted the mistake. It was honestly on purpose. Forgot one ingredient. What was it? The vanilla. Yeah, I forgot to put it in, that's my bad. Like I said before, though, you didn't actually need it. I was just going to add it for a little bit more flavour, but too late now. The cookie dough, the biscuit dough, I don't know what to call it, that stuff's in the fridge chilling. But I just wanted to catch up with you guys. If you're not yet subscribed, why not do that? If you've not yet liked the video, you might as well do that too. But no, really guys, I want you to comment down below and let me know, what is your favourite biscuit? A shop bought biscuit, what's your favourite? Like hobnobs, bourbons, custard creams? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will look at the comments and I will try and recreate one of those, or a couple of those. I'd be interested to see what's your favourite. Mine, without a doubt, chocolate covered hobnob. Love that. I can have that with even without a brew. That's an elite biscuit. Let me know in the comments, guys, down below what you think. But now we get back to rolling out this dough. Okay, so in front of the camera you got some baking paper or grease-proof paper. Just going to cut some of this off. This is going to just go on top of a baking tray. Ooh, let's go. So I'm just going to pop this in one baking tray. I've got a couple baking trays just so we can get the baking done a little quicker. Done, done, done. That one on top of there. Now we're going to roll out this dough. Fill up my beer. Important steps all the time. Beautiful stuff, beautiful. As you can see, my work surface has took a battering. I need to redo it. Put some protection on it. I keep chopping it to bits with my knife. So, put the beer down for a second. Now, just a little bit. Sprinkle it over your work surface. Stop your dough sticking. And phone is covered in flour, we love that. So let's get the dough. Here we have it, fresh out the fridge. Take the cling film off. I'm going to slap that down. Right, I have a round cookie cutter. Shortbread you can get in fingers, you can get rounds, it's a total preference. The last time I baked them, I think I made them about 1 centimetre in thickness, but I'm going to do them much thicker this time and bake them slightly longer. Just felt last time there wasn't quite as, you know, it's all buttery and soft. My shortbread was a little crunchy and I like it softer, so we're going to probably go thicker. We don't want to be messing around with the dough too much. Okay, it's looking good. Don't want to lift that up. Right, we're going to cut these out now. That's a nice thickness, I think. Okay, so you take your cookie cutter, place down, a little twist, should come out nice and easy. Beautiful, look at them bad boys. So these are going to go onto the baking tray. Going to try and cut as many out of this as I possibly can. Lovely. It is a little thinner this end, but not to worry. Just means these will cook a little faster than the slightly thicker ones, but they'll be like perfect snacking biscuits. Little texture. So these are much better. I like the thickness. So I'm just going to try and bring the tray over, show you what I've got so far on the tray. So line it on this little tray. And spread them out. Because they're a little bit thicker, what I'd like to do, that's a spoon. I would not like to spoon them. Get a fork, and I just want to, not all the way through, about 1/4 of the way through, a couple little holes. There we go. I think that's just going to help the heat disperse through them. I could have made that up, but that's what I'm doing. We're going with it. Now this is going to go into the oven, 15 to 20 minutes. Keep checking on them every now and then, but you want them to be not golden, but just on the verge of going golden, and then they're going to firm up. They're going to still be soft, but they're going to firm up as they come out of the oven. So we're going to put them in now and check on them in just a little while we continue to cut out the rest of the biscuits. So that's going down into the oven, middle shelf. And we will come back to those in a little while. Let's cut out the rest. Okay. So I've got a slightly bigger baking tray for this next lot. I'm going to cut them out. With the remainder of the dough, we're obviously going to roll back together. Can I fit one in there? Just about. Yeah, we're going to roll back together and then roll it out and cut the shapes again. So I don't think I'm going to squeeze another one out of there. Okay, perfect. So let's get this dough back together. I obviously don't want to work it too much. I just want to bind it back together. Spread some more flour, stop it sticking to your surface. Just make sure that has combined back together. There you go. Lovely. You can place that down. Try and get it the same thickness. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So again, repeat the process. Cut onto your tray. We're going to fork the holes in. Yes, I said fork the holes in just a second. But yeah, if you're just having plain shortbread, you have this and you sprinkle a little caster sugar over the top of them while they're baking. And that is just plain simple shortbread, really nice and easy, love it. But obviously I'm going to dip or pipe some chocolate over mine, just for that bit of pizzazz. Is pizzazz even a word? I've used it, I'm sticking with it. But yeah, if you've never made biscuits, I urge you to try shortbread. Really simple, really effective. We put that one there. Lovely. So we've got quite a few biscuits out of this. Some are a little thinner than others. Bring this back together. We might get 2 more out of this, maybe. My tray is full. Might have to squeeze them on. See if we can. Can we get 2? No. Whoops. No, it's going to be 1. 1 in the center. And this dough we'll just discard. We don't need you. I say I don't need you. You reckon we could? Shall we try? Waste not, want not. Just flatten it out. Oh, yeah, boy. We've only gone and done it. It's a little thinner, but yeah, we'll take that. So guys, I'm going to put the fork holes in them and I'll cut back to you when that first batch is out of the oven. Okay, so while the biscuits are doing their thing in the oven, I thought I might as well show you what I'm going to do with the chocolate. So I have just some dark chocolate savers. Look at that, cheap old Chapo. We have one, should I use 1 or 2 of these? I don't know. There's 100 grams of this dark chocolate. We're going to break that into this. If you've got a metal bowl or a glass bowl, because we're going to put this on top of a saucepan full of boiling water to melt. So I'm breaking this chocolate up. Oh, that smells good. I think I'm going to use both bars of this dark. No, you're not, because you can't open the second one. You absolute weakling. No, I really can't. Oh my god. Really? Okay, I'm struggling. Do you want to be used? Oh yes, it wants to be used. It's playing hard to get. So in this goes, breaking it into chunks. This is then going to be complemented with the goat of the chocolate industry. Americans, this is chocolate. This is the one. Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Go get yourself some if you can in your area. Everyone in England, you know this stuff. It's elite. My opinion, best chocolate out there. Best chocolate out there. Cadbury's. Whoa. Give me a crunchy. Give me a Cadbury's caramel. Oh, that's amazing. But yeah. Oh, the smell. Oh, too good. Gonna break up all this block. This is all going in. I'll just sneak one piece for myself. Be rude not to. That's damn good. Damn good. But yeah, I'm going to heat this over a pan of water and stirring all the way through till it's all nicely melted. But guys, that's what we're dealing with it now. Look at that. That's going to be melted soon. It's going to be then hopefully put into this piping bag, which I'm then going to be able to pipe over the top of the biscuits. I'm not sure if I'm going to dip the biscuits, half dipped, half piped. I don't know. I'm winging it. Baking biscuits, I can do that, no problem. Baking cakes, no problem. You know, when it comes to decoration, yeah, I'm not so good. But we'll see what we can do, guys. We're going to cut back in just a sec. Let's go. Okay, so the biscuits, they were a little thicker, so they've had just over 20 minutes. You shall see now as I get them out of the oven. Oh, that's hot. So they've got, like, they're starting to go a little, I can't really show you because it's burning my finger. We're going to lift them out onto the cooling rack. Very important, get a wire rack to cool your biscuits. Very, very important. Oh, yeah, that's hot. So they look kind of pale, but if I can get a little zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. I'm just going to show you the edges, look. Kind of a brown tinge to them. Oh yes. So once these are like a little soft on top, once they cool, they're going to be nice and beautifully buttery soft. So we're going to leave them there to cool down, put the next batch in, then we're going to get to melting the chocolate. But you want to let these cool completely before you start trying to decorate it with chocolate, because what's going to happen, chocolate's going to melt, they're going to end up looking like someone's took a dump on them. You don't want that. So guys, we're going to let these cool. I'm going to put the other batch in, and then when they're cooled and I'm melting the chocolate, I'll come back to you guys and we'll see what's what. But we're still continuing the steps. You know how we do it right here. So we'll check back in as soon as the other batch is finished. Alright. Okay guys, a bit of time has passed now. The first batch came out great. Second batch a little overbaked, a little bit. I'll show you the difference in colours. Here we go. First batch, second batch, just a little darker. Both taste great. I've tasted one of each. They taste alright. They're biscuits. They're good. Now we're going to get to the chocolate part. We're going to. I was going to pipe it, but I think I'm going to dip. So we've got half covered in chocolate. That's what I'm going for. I think it's going to be easier to do. Before we get into that though, and I'll start melting this chocolate, we still carrying on, you know how we do. Okay, so there is a few different ways you can melt your chocolate. The method I'm doing, you've got a saucepan of water, you've got another bowl, your chocolate goes in, that's going to sit over the top of this water once it gets hot. You can, most simplest method, put it in a bowl and put it in the microwave, about 70% power, and every minute or so, just take it out of the microwave, give it a stir, put it back in, and repeat the process until it's nicely melted. But you can easily overcook or burn the chocolate by microwaving it. So I'll stay away from that. There's another way that I quite like, if you want to do multiple different chocolates at once. If you've got a slow cooker and you've got a few different bowls to put them in, fill the slow cooker with water to a certain depth, and then put your bowls into the slow cooker with the chocolate inside the bowls, and that will melt each one individually. That's a water bath. This is a double boil method. We're going double boil. So get the hob on, get this water heating up. Just going to drop this on the top, stirring it occasionally, and we're going to cut back once it starts melting, guys. Okay guys, chocolate has been melting for about 6 minutes so far. What we're going to do, have another drink, because we can. I'll show you the chocolate now. It's getting there. It's melting lovely jubbly. What I've also done is I've set aside, if I can pick it up, I've got one of these wire trays and some greaseproof paper underneath it, just sat on my worktop. So when I dip and place the biscuits on the worktop, it's not going to drip chocolate. It just saves like on cleaning. So we're going to cut into the chocolate now and see what it's looking like. It smells great, by the way. So let's have a little look down, see what's going on in this part of chocolate. Oh baby. Blocky, gotta watch it because the white pan is very hot. As you can see, that is all melted. Let's get a little zoom in there. So just keep working it right, let it all come together. Once there's no more lumps in it and you've got a smooth chocolate, we'll be ready to dip our biscuits in. We lift that up so you can get a better view. Ooh boy. Don't know if that was worth it, I burnt my hand a bit. But yeah, you can see now, like it's really coming together. That is melting. I'm gonna zoom back out a little bit. The smell coming from this bowl is ridiculous. Wow. It's like someone at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory right now. This is it. Beautiful. Going to turn the heat down just a little bit because the steam's coming out of the side of the white bowl now, and it is burning my hand a little bit. Look at that. That's lovely. We've got a nice molten liquid chocolate. Biscuits are to the left of me. You can see them just there. And they're almost ready to be dipped. Oh boy, oh boy. So it's going to be too much trouble, like after I've dipped them, moving them onto the tray to show you that. So I'm going to dip them all, move them over, and I'll show you the tray with them all dipped on there, and I'll grate a little bit of white chocolate on a couple of them. That is looking good. If I just lift up a spoon, look at this. Oh yeah. That's naughty. So I'm going to put the heat to its lowest. And I'm going to start dipping some biscuits. I'm going to leave that spoon there in case I need to scrape. So, said biscuit. What do we just go straight in? It's not quite deep enough to go straight in. We need a little method. I don't know. Well, that's first attempt. What do we think? Do we need more chocolate than that? I'd like them halfway. So maybe I have to get a spoon involved. We're going to pop this one down and we'll try with some more. Let me get a teaspoon and turn this heat off for a second. And then maybe when I dip, I've just placed my finger in hot chocolate. And it's kind of nice, but it hurts. And just trying to spoon the chocolate up the biscuit a little bit so we can get more of a coverage. I want at least half and half of chocolate. Ooh, that's better, that's better. Okay, so we're on the last batch now that I'm going to do a little sprinkling on. So I'm going to drop these onto this baking tray. Oh boy, look at you. And then we're going to finish with a little white chocolate. Look at that. So we need to get these done because obviously they're hot, so the white chocolate's going to melt in, but it gives that nice marble effect. So that is my shortbread biscuits. Some half covered, some top dipped, and some with a little sprinkling of white chocolate. Guys, I'm going to put some pictures up when they're cooled and all set. I can give you some nicer pictures then, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. And like I said before, let me know in the comments what is your favourite biscuit and I will try and recreate that at some point. Alright, catch you in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so what wasn't caught in the recording is I found a Hersheys bar and it's a sprinkles and cream one, so I thought this would look really good on top and also taste great. So I've added this onto the top for decoration. Guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.